Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live Akashic message readings with me, Natasha. I am so happy and grateful to be here and to be of service in this way. How these work, if you haven't been here before, is that I will take us through a meditation to create a safe and sacred space for us, and then I will take us into a messages from the Akashic records, a general message that will support the collective and all those that are in the call, and then I'll open up to messages. And if you would like a message, a clearing, or an activation, please add that into the chat in capital letters. This is a very supportive group, and what that means is there's a lot of chat that happens, and how I discern what is for me and what is for you guys is I look for the capital letters. So it's not shouting, it's just, hey, this is what it's a request more than anything else. Usually when I do a clearing and a healing, even though I'm focused on the person, there's something that beautiful that brings all of our groups together. Usually there's a common theme that we're all going through. So what I do, I do everybody with that intention, so everybody gets that healing. So one request supports all of the requests, which is pretty incredible in that sense. And there's power in group. So yes, absolutely love that. So let's jump in straight away and let's look at connecting into the Akashic records. So let's take a couple of deep breaths, closing our eyes, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And for one moment, bring your attention from the outside world internally. Imagine breathing in light. And as you exhale, once more, release the tension, the stress, the anxiety, the expectation. Now bring the attention to the soles of your feet and open up the energy centers and allow that exchange of energy between you and Mother Earth. And like mycelium, see a beautiful crystalline energy coming in from the center of the earth. This is the energy of an ascended earth moving up through the earth and consciously moving through all aspects of your body. Allow it to nurture, to feed, to replenish, to replace all that you're needing. Allow your body to absorb this energy or these frequencies. And as that starts to move up into your body, you start to feel connected, almost pulled into the earth. And we start to remember that we are an extension of nature. That we are all one. And as we remember, I ask you to bring in your attention into your heart space. And I ask you to remember the divinity that you already are. That aspect of creator that is experiencing itself in your body, in your life. And you could visualize this as a golden energy, or however it presents itself to you is the right way. And visualize this essence that is you reaching up through your crown and connecting to all things beyond time and space. connecting into the light of the universe, connecting into the consciousness of Christos, unconditional love, radical acceptance, and expansion. And bring that energy back down into your body and activate the remembrance that you are completely divine and completely human, all at the same time. Remember that we are the creators of our world, our environment, our reality. And as we feel completely grounded, centered, and connected, let's open up the Akashic records. Keepers of the, I call forward the keepers of light, of the highest light and resonance to surround us and to create a safe and sacred space. As we step into the Akashic records, we ask the keepers of the Akashic records to open and allow us access, or me access, to the records of the group, those that are alive and those that are yet to watch, to create that safe and sacred space for our highest good and healing and allowing us to step into our potential, highest potential. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. And our message to you today is release the training wheels, release the blocks, release the safety nets, because you do not need them. This is you playing small. This is you minimizing your abilities to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And you've used these tools for quite a while. Now it's time to access your greatest tool, which is your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom. Because you have it all. You do not need to look outside of yourself for any of this. We have been taught that. That is separation within ourselves. Looking to the external world for validation, looking to the external world for whatever it may be. But today we ask you, change the internal world and the external world will follow. It will validate. And as you feel joy inside of you, joy will express itself outside of you. And as you feel love within you, the outside world will express itself through love. But note, what are you focusing on? Because what you're focusing on is what brings your attention to, is what creates your reality. So remember, if we are thinking that things are always working out for us, then they are. So it's time to remember, it's time to focus. Focus on what you want to achieve and how you want to expand, and remember that it is a playground where you are. The limitations are constructs of your reality. But remember that you create your own reality. So remove those training blocks, remove those limitations, remove the training wheels. You've got this. You've always had this. You've just got to remember. How can we be of service today? Thank you. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing? Let me just grab a piece of paper here so I can make sure that I don't do any duplicates. So these will completely be random. And hi, Viviani, thank you so much for helping as well in supporting and all those that support Viviani as well and support me in these groups. I'm very, very grateful for all of you. Okay, so where do we start? Okay, so let's start with Angela. You come up here first today. Angela, may I have a message and or a clearing for sadness or whatever is affecting me? Okay, please and thank you. Yes, absolutely, Angela. Let's connect into that. So it's quite interesting, Angela, because I feel it in your throat and in your chest, the sadness that is coming in. And the sadness that I am feeling, and we'll work through this, is this need to hide. And I think part of it is yours because there is a frequency, but part of it is part of the collective, because you are quite energetically attuned, not only empathic to what's happening in the people around you, but on a collective basis. And we're being asked right now to really step into being seen and being heard. And there's this sadness that is coming up for you on a personal level in from the collective, so with everything that's happening on and how your humanity is treating itself, but also a past life sadness is coming up for you as well, when you got pushed to stepping into the limelight, and it hasn't worked, and all you wanted to do is help people. So let's see if we can work through the sadness that you are feeling. And I also feel that intuitively, life is about to change for you in one way or another. And it's almost kind of like a finishing of a cycle that's coming in for you. So that is the sadness that is coming in because what was and what is about to change. Okay. So it's being able to adapt to those changes, but also knowing that it's okay to grieve new changes. It's okay to grieve what was before you step into what is new. Okay. Um, so I just wanted to, let's just see if we can clear some of the sadness. And I'm getting, I'm bringing in love, love into your crown and down your spine, filling your heart completely, asking to clear your throat, your heart, and your mind, because your mind feels like I've got a headache, like there's too much thinking. And I ask to clear these chakras on all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. And I activate joy. And I activate understanding and knowing that every cycle changes, that everything is always in motion, that nothing stands still. And the sadness only means that you care. But let's care in a different way, in a space of gratitude and love for what was and love for what is becoming. And I expand this out through all aspects of our beings, of your being. And I ask to increase and maximize your joy and your love, dissolving the sadness. Thank you. Okay, Angela, I hope that that was supportive for you and everybody else. Okay, James Roger. James, let's see. Hello, Natasha. I'm so grateful for you. Would love a message from Spirit. Lots of love and light. Absolutely, James. Okay, so James, it's almost like as soon as I connect into your records, it almost feels like you're ready to go. When kind of like, I don't know if you've ever done any athletics or run, but when you go onto the training blocks, when you're all just waiting before, that gun goes off so that you can run, you're in that space where you're getting ready to start running your race. Right. And it's almost kind of like that nervousness is excitement because you're at the process of starting to make the huge changes that you've always needed to make. But this is you getting ready for that go, on your marks, get set, go. You're in that space where you're just putting your feet onto the blocks before you launch into this new area of your life. So that is quite important for you to know. So just know that it's you're getting ready, and it's the races are yet to begin, and you're the one who decides. The players that are running beside you are your saboteurs, your limitations, your you know, the aspect of your ego, but they're also the future successful selves of you. So it's reading you to catch up to who you are and where you're at and who you've always been. So that becomes quite important for you right now, James. So just know you're at the beginning of a new start. So that is excitement. Don't stress about it. Yeah, you're in the right place at the right time, and the only players that you're running against are different aspects of yourself. But you've got this, so don't worry about it. Okay. Thanks, James. I hope that's supportive. Okay, Michaela. Okay, I would love a message from my spirit guides today. Absolutely. So, Michaela, as soon as I see you, like, I see you sitting at a desk and I see you looking at your calendar for next year, and I want you to plot out what brings you the most amount of joy, and start looking at when is the best time for you to slot in those things for yourself. Place in the bigger things, but create your calendar based on joy, excitement, and change, right? So it's almost kind of like you're creating your future for next year. So start placing what do you need to prepare to launch yourself into 2026. And 2026 is a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings. So it's like, what do you need to get rid of? What do you need to put into place before? And it doesn't have to be next year. If you're ready to do it now, do it. But it's that taking this time for you to relaunch who you are, for you to shift, for you to simplify what you're doing and simplify it to what you enjoy doing all the time. And that becomes important. So, yeah, look at your calendar, start with what excites you most, plot those off into your calendar first, and that will support you. Okay, I hope that helps in your next steps right now. So, okay, Barb, let's see. Okay, is there past life wound I need to clear, which would benefit me most at this time for my highest purpose? That's a great question. Let's look at our past lives. Okay, so as soon as I connect into the past life wound, it gets me automatically in my throat. It's about being seen, it's about being heard. That is coming in for you right now. And it wouldn't surprise me. So, as you're stepping more into your witchy side, your alchemy side, your medicine side, your that wound is coming up because that needs to be cleared and healed, which is important. And I'm sure there are a lot of witches here that need that. So, thank you for bringing that up because it's time for you to step into the limelight and to be seen and to be heard. So, we have to let go of the limitations and the fears of the past. So let's do that right now. Okay. I'm calling in all aspects of you and of the group, past, present, future, and parallel, in all timelines, dimensions, realms, and realities. I'm calling in and asking to release the witch wound, to release the wound of magic, miracles, and alchemy that we all hold within us. I ask to clear, cleanse, and dissolve with the violet fire of Saint Germain on a physical, mental, and emotional level. Any blocks and any limitations that we've put on our psychic senses, our intuition, our sixth sense, everything that would bring in clarity and knowing and remembrance that we are sovereign, that we have this, that we have alchemy within us, that we have the knowledge and wisdom that we need not only to survive, but to thrive. And it's time to step into the limelight and to be seen and to be heard and to shine our lights once more. And I bring in those codes that you are needing, that we are needing, into the crown, down our spines, reactivating the gene codes and the gene keys in our DNA and our RNA, that remembrance that we are pure alchemy, that remembrance that it's okay to be seen, to be heard. And I ask to release the vows, the oaths, the pledges, the alliances, the allegiances from past lifetimes that have hindered or blocked us stepping into our power completely in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. I release, remove, and dissolve any fear, any trauma that we still carry around being seen, around being heard, around stepping into our power completely. And I recall all aspects of your soul that we have given away for whatever reason, disempowered ourselves for whatever reason. I recall all aspects of your power. And I integrated, activating the courage, the will, and the strength to shine your light and to be who you are, no matter who is in the way. This is my will, and so it is. Take a deep breath and exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. I hope that that is supportive. Thanks, Barb, for bringing that in, because so many of us are stepping into this new part of us. Okay, Rudy, Natasha, please tell me about my guides. Who are they, and what my lesson is for this life? Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, Rudy, let's connect in. You have many gifts, okay, and you have many lessons, and the and these lessons, don't worry about missing them, because the opportunity to learn always shows up for you, and for all of us, absolutely. So you have many guides. You have a guide for the work that you do. You have a guide ever since you were little. I almost see there's a young lady that has walked with you for so much, and it's time, especially when you were playing by yourself. You weren't really playing by yourself. You did have, I suppose, imaginary friends, and you had other children that you were playing with constantly. But this guide of yours has helped you to work through gently into your expansion. You've always been very, very unique. And different, and that's okay, because you've always meant to be, because that's how we make change. So that is important for you to note. So the they want you to know is that you need to uniquely be you, always. So it's all about stepping into your authenticity. And what your guides are wanting you to know is that you don't need to live your life for other people. You need to live your life for you. You need to do life your way, and that will support you. And things are about to change, and it almost feels like you're being pushed to the end of a cycle. So it's important for you to choose the next cycle, to jump in and really get in touch with what is it that you're wanting to create. But you've got this. You're extremely intuitive. And so you have those unique guides that have always been there with you. And then you've also got other guides that shift and change as during the different phases that you're going in, through your life. So I'm seeing at the moment there's the goddess Sophia and the goddess Kali that's come in to support you. So look them up and see how they support. Kali usually brings quite a lot of change with her, in the sense of, I always see Kali as the the leaning tower card if you do tarot card readings, because everything turns upside down. It's almost like the fire that creates the newness that needs to be coming in, right? So that is important for you to know, that whatever changes are happening for you or will happen, they are happening for you, not to you. So it's important for you to step into that, and embrace it. So don't resist it, choose it, because it's going to work out really, really well for you. Okay. I hope that that supports you as well, in that. Okay. So, Sarah, okay, let's see. Sarah S. Good morning, Natasha. I believe my boys too have inherited some of my witchy stuff, that I have. What can you see about this? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's knowing that your children chose you because of those gifts, right? And as we move into a world that is more aware, that is more conscious, they have definitely, it's part of you activating your intuition, you activating all your witchy kind of like alchemy, and them coming in behind that and continuing to expand that for you. So it's almost kind of like you've come in to understand it and to allow them to express it, where it becomes okay and it becomes normal, where they get curious. Whereas kind of like people of like our generation, they would tend to kind of like, we were asked to like hush that or shush that, whereas you're here to embrace that and help them to open up that. So don't forget that when we choose our parents and when our children choose us, they choose us because of the genetic gifts that we have and because of our limitations as well. So, yes, they absolutely chose you for your gifts because they need it for them in this lifetime. So, that becomes very, very important. And nothing happens by accident. So, yeah, absolutely. So embrace it, allow it to open up. Their intuition is going to help them later on in life. It's going to help them navigate. So the big thing for you is to help them to trust that intuition, to help them to trust that gut instinct, because the more they trust, the more they will get. And that's super, super important. Okay. Hope that that was supportive for you, Sarah. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Danica. Hi, Natasha. How can I access my magic abilities at this time? Okay, thank you. Let's connect into your records. I love it. It's all about magic and alchemy and witchiness today. Okay, so a big part for you, Danica, is believing that you can do it because there's an aspect of you that believes you can do it, like knows it intellectually, but doubts it in that space underneath. So if you start looking for magic and miracles, the magic and miracles will show up for you. So it's important for you to really not only trust, but have this knowing that you are that powerful and not be scared of that power either. So that is super important for you, Danica. And the more you trust, the more you'll get. So accessing those abilities, and I see you training very much. There's many, go with the gifts that you're already really, really good at. So if you're more clairvoyant, where you tend to see, or you're more claircognizant, where you just know things, or you know you're more clairsentient, where you feel things, always start with your strongest ability first. And then ask for it to be shown to you in a different way. So, for example, like I see things. So a lot of the times I'm like, okay, I see it. What does it feel like? So don't see it, feel it. So that starts to expand your abilities in a different way. And then that's where you start to build confidence, where you can start to manipulate, not in a bad sense, but almost kind of like mold it like clay, where you start to mold your reality. So you've got to bring it into like thinking it to unquestionably knowing that you have these abilities, which I love. And you are magic. And if you look for the magic will show up for you. So it's almost kind of like the message is, what are you focusing on? So one of the things that I do first thing in the morning is I ask what magic and miracles are going to show up for me today. And that tends to, and then I look for that. So when you're looking for it, you will definitely see it, or at least step into that space of open to receiving it, and what that looks like. Okay. So thank you. So trust, 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 believe it, embody it. You've got that. Okay. Beautiful. So let's connect in. Let's see, where are we next? Karen. Okay, I woke up with a popping in my brain a few nights ago. Not painful. Was it a rewiring of my brain? Let me connect into that, Karen. Yeah, it felt like there was some new neural pathways being created, and it's almost kind of like, yeah, it's a different circuitry that is coming up because you're holding very different energy as well. So that becomes quite important for you, in that sense of, yeah, your body is catching up to what you've been doing spiritually, to what you've been supporting, to everything that you've been doing. Remember, the body, because it's the most densest, will take extra time to catch up to the emotions, the mind, and the spiritual development. So that becomes quite important. for you to remember. So yeah, just go with it. I'm glad it wasn't painful. But yeah, it's almost kind of like, yeah, you've got like new neural pathways opened up for you, and it almost feels like actually what they're reminding me of is so I used to read a lot of Lobsang Rampa when I was a kid. Well, a teenager. Yeah, I was an odd teenager. And when they opened up the third eye, they actually had a physical activation. So they would actually crack open the skull a little bit, but that popping reminded me of a third eye and a crown activation to bring in more clarity. So it wouldn't surprise me if your intuition very soon started to expand exponentially, which is beautiful. Okay, so thank you for sharing that, and that's super exciting, which is amazing. So thank you. Okay. Let's see who would be next. Lotus Bloom. Okay, Ashtha. Hi, Natasha. May I know from my guides if it was okay to open up to my cousins recently about my personal struggle? I felt embarrassed afterwards. Okay, so what your guides are saying is you didn't do anything wrong. It's also it's okay. They obviously needed to hear your story and you needed to tell it. But where it becomes uncomfortable or embarrassing is because you end up judging yourself. You end up thinking, okay, what did they think? You end up limiting or minimizing or making something mean something, which is important. So for you, it's almost kind of like releasing from that outcome, releasing from making it mean something. So it's important for you to know that yes, you shared that space, and also remember, not everybody's here to celebrate you. So share your news, share your hurt, share your pain with those that are in alignment from for listening. Because sometimes we don't feel that we're supported, so we end up telling the wrong people because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So for you, it's almost kind of like your cousin needed to hear what you had to say, but release from judging yourself around what it could have meant because there is a perception of what it could have meant, but it's okay. So the lesson that's come in is share your story with those that hold a safe and sacred space for you. And that is important. But you did nothing wrong. And your cousin definitely needed to hear that through their own struggles is important. So release from judgment, release from whatever you made it mean, whatever it may be. Okay, you've got this. Okay, let's see. Hi, Jeremy. Good to see you here as well. Okay, Lydia, let's say, good morning, Natasha. Can you please give me a message from my guides or self on how to best handle the current issues I seem to be having with where I focus my attention in my class learnings? Okay, Lydia, okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm getting for you right now, Lydia, is that you're getting what you need. So where you focus your attention is, so it's almost kind of like what I'm seeing is you've got different ways of learning. Okay. So one way that you could do it is if you're writing notes, read the notes out loud, but record them. Okay, record them onto your phone and then listen to them when you're going for a walk, when you're driving, when you're moving along, whatever, if you're in public transport, whatever it might be, listen to them because that will bring in a different way of learning. The other thing that you could do is reprogram your subconscious, but using your own voice, right? So it's knowing that you're getting the information that you need. And you know a lot more than you think you do. So it's important. So you're at the moment observing information, and sometimes you don't retain it because it's actually not accurate. is what they're saying. There's a new accuracy that's coming in. So don't stress too much about it, because the more you stress, the less you retain. So that is a different way of studying. But yeah, on the stuff that try to make it exciting, because that will help you to retain the information as you move through that. So make it exciting. And then when you listen to it as if you're going to teach it. And that will also help you to focus your attention as well. So, yeah, listen as if you're going to teach it yourself, and that will open up a lot for you. I hope that that is supportive for you as well. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Rad Dad. Okay. Cassie. Hi, Natasha. Can you please tell me anything about who my guides are at this time in my journey, and do they have any messages to assist me at this time? Okay, let's connect in. Okay, so as I step into your records, there's quite a lot of, you have quite a few guides. And okay, one of them feels like, I don't know where they're from, but it's almost kind of like connecting back to nature is the message that's coming in for you as well. And it's almost kind of like they're helping you with the masculine energy, into stepping into the divinity of masculine energy as well. So it's important for you. Like, I just see this guy is wearing white pants. He's got like longish hair tied up, and they're around a fire. And it's almost kind of like you've got this opportunity to help men step into the divine masculinity as well. So you're going through it. You've been through a lot, and it almost feels like you've had to learn it on your own. It hasn't been taught to you. So you're moving through a lot of the stuff that you're going to perhaps helping other men or other youngsters stepping into the divine masculinity as well. So the people that you're here to help are who you were 2, 3 years ago, which is beautiful to see that you've moved through that. But you have quite a few guides, and it's just, I almost see them just like sitting around a campfire, and we're talking about, how do we step into the space of this sacred masculinity. Okay. So I hope that that is supportive for you. Um, And again, your guides tend to change as well, but right now it's about having those conversations, which is important. So let's see here. Okay, hope that that was supportive for you. Let's see. Um, Viviani, may I please have a clearing or a message to help me with my legal case and current situation for my highest good? Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to clear it for you because there seems to be a few blocks. Okay, I'm calling in all aspects, all eight legal matters, in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. I ask for the violet flame of Saint Germain to move through your records, clearing, cleansing, dissolving, transmuting all static distortion, all interference, clearing all emotions that are ramped up. I ask to clear the cords, the tethers, the attachment between you and all the parties, raising its frequency to allow for resolution and the best outcome for all. I ask to clear and dissolve the situation, asking for the best outcome for all. This is my will, and so it is. I ask to give the judge clarity, to remove the veils of perception, deception, manipulation. Whoever is dealing with your case, I ask to release all veils of deception, manipulation, bringing in clarity, opening up the eyes and the hearts of all so that we can bring in a resolution that is supportive for everyone. And I ask to bring in resolution quickly. And I send blessings and love to all parties involved to allow for a quick resolution. This is my will, and so it is. Okay, Viviani, what they're saying is just know that everything is actually working for you right now. You need to believe whatever things might happen in not like happen in not in the way that you expected, but trust that they're all happening for your highest and greatest good, which is important. So send out clarity, send out blessings to all the parties that are involved because if they do have clarity, it might unfold and appeal to their compassion as well. Okay, so that is important. So thanks, Viviani. Okay, let's just put here. Okay, let's see. Where are these? Oh, I do sometimes read the messages, but thank you for asking. I do come back just to see if they land because sometimes for me it's important. I don't know. I suppose it's just my maybe it's my ego or my own validation to make sure that I'm supporting people. So sometimes I do read through them, which is important, I think. And then sometimes, yeah, I definitely do. So I appreciate all the comments. Thank you. Um, it's important. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, where are we next? Gerard. Did I do you? No, Gerard. Hi, Natasha. Can you provide anything on my guides? I get ringing in my left ear, right ear, and both. Curious to know more about them. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, absolutely, this is your guides trying to bring your attention. Start noting when you do get like what's happening around you when you get the left, when you get the right, and when you get them both together, because they have different meanings for you. A lot of us has yeses and nos, and these will start to be able to give you an indication of what is happening. The other thing that you can do if the ringing becomes too much, again, ask them to show you, ask them to give you that message, ask them to use another one of your spidey senses. But what the guides are saying is, sometimes we received with the left and give with the right. Left, right, left is usually more nurturing, right is more kind of like, process driven. Whatever it is, note what is happening around you when you have the left ringing and when you have the right ringing, and both, because that is your yes, your no, your indication on whether you can trust what's being said, whether you don't trust what's being said, or whatever your guides are talking about. That is how they are communicating with you. And that's important because sound is important for you as well, and your hearing is really quite sensitive. So um, this is important. This is a clear way to which your guides are speaking to you or connecting with you. And then also look out for synchronicities, because that is the other way that they are starting to communicate with you. So let us know next week if you join us, if you figure out what your yes, your no, what your right, your left is, and what is happening in around you, because that would be interesting to see, and would be absolutely beautiful. Okay. Um, okay, let's see, where are we? Gina, one morning several weeks ago, I woke up with an inexplicable feeling of joy. Yes! And it lasted a couple of hours and was both a mental and physical feeling. What was that? So that is quite exciting for me. And that is a very, very beautiful anchored emotion that came in. So let me just connect in, make sure that I'm in your records for sure. Gina Root. Okay, so what I'm seeing is you actually tapped into a future successful life or version of yourself. If you can anchor that feeling as often as you can and allow it to last longer, you'll start to see that you're going to start magnetizing more things to be joyful for. Or, so it's a beautiful anchor, and feel it, sense it, smell it, expand it, and just know that life is joyful. And that is an incredibly high vibration. And it's almost kind of like as you go through the changes, you're tapping into these frequencies. So try and anchor into it. Now you know what it looks like. Now you know what it feels like. Now you know how to replicate it. So it's almost trying to spend as much time as you can in that. And it's not to say that you bypass any of the other feelings, the traumas, the disappointment, but it's almost kind of like you'll start to respond to them from a different space in a, okay, this is happening. Oh, how exciting. What does that mean? How does it allow us to grow, to expand, and to nurture things? So it's, yeah, it's quite important. And yeah, so it's I love that you felt that, and I feel that you'll feel that many, many more times. And a couple of hours is quite a long time, so that's beautiful. But that's you stepping into the most expanded version of yourself, so that you know what that feels like, so you have reference to it. Okay, I hope that that is supportive for you, Gina. Okay, let's see. Caroline Allen. Hi, Natasha. Caroline here. Could you do a clearing on my lungs? Yes, absolutely. Don't know if I have black mold back in my cabin or if it's something else. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Absolutely. I will. Okay. So let's just connect into your lungs. Okay, so as I connect into your lungs, it's not only your lungs, I'm actually feeling it in my jaw. So I don't know if you're going through a really, really stressful time right now, if you're actually kind of like clenching your jaw, but you're moving through quite a bit of both maternal and paternal lineages. And I feel that that's what's coming up for you. It's some residual grief that you have in your lungs. Yes, the mold might have activated it. So definitely see if you can release the mold, especially now, before the season's coming in. But it did activate something within your chest that needs to be released. I'm not worried about it. Health wise, I think it's just an indication for you to connect in and let go of some of the grief that you're holding onto in your lungs. So let's see if I can bring in the violet flame of Saint Germain. And it's almost like I'm seeing you breathing in, or we breathing in this violet fire in through your nose. See it going down your throat, clearing, cleansing, dissolving, transmuting everything as it moves its way down your throat and into your lungs. Let it transmute, let it transcend, let it release any toxins, let it release any grief that you no longer need to hold on to. If memories come up, that's okay. And visualize it as if it's like the violet fire, like oxygen moving through your blood until it moves its way out through your breath once more. Take a deep breath and exhale. Releasing, removing, dissolving all that no longer serves. Throughout all timelines, all dimensions, and all realities, this is my will, and so it is. Okay, they're saying you need to start. It's almost kind of like I feel if it's possible for you to take regular breaks and just breathe, but make sure you're using the full capacity of your lungs, which is important. So breathe in, take your time breathing in until you can't breathe in anymore, then hold. And then exhale to its nth degree, and then hold before you breathe that all back in again. But breathe in healing, exhale what no longer serving. So thank you for clearing grief and sadness from our lungs. But yeah, definitely have a look as well around the mold, because it's always good to have that physical, making sure that everything's in alignment. Okay. I hope that that is supportive for you as well. Okay, let's see, where are we next? Okay, very blessed of God, Vicky. I love your handle. Hi and thanks. Only seen angels around me. Are there any other guides for me? Oh, beautiful. Let's connect in. Okay, so you do have a lot of angels around you, but you've also got a lot of star beings as well, that are here to support you. Yeah, it's beautiful in that sense because your other guides come in at different times for what you're needing right now. But definitely Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, definitely with you as well. And then Metatron has started coming in. You've got the ability to give messages from your angels as well. No different to what I'm doing now, but connecting into your angels, allowing sharing that from your angels because you're completely guided, which is beautiful through that. So, yeah, you've also got quite a lot of star beings. And I'm getting that the Galactic Federation is also guides you as well. So, connect into that too and see how that comes up for you. Okay. Hope that that is supportive and yeah. Let me see. How are we doing? We're doing awesome for time, which is brilliant. Um, okay, let's see who is next. Just looking for the capital letters. Okay. If you've not received a message from me, please put it in the comments and I will just repost it because sometimes when I'm in this phase of my brain as well, time disappears. If not, then I'll take in a second questions. So let's just go. Lydia, let's see what you have. If there any time is allowed, I have something. Um, Excellent. And then I'll do you nurturing. Just put in your name as well. So, Lydia, if there is time and time is allowed, I've had something going on with my ear for almost my entire life. Is there anything non-physical happening that can be cleared or any messages surrounding that? Yeah, let's connect into that, Lydia. Okay, so whatever's been happening in your ear has actually served you until now. It can be shifted. I feel that it can be healed. But what has happened is it's actually allowed your extra senses, your spidey senses, as I call them, to develop because of what's been happening with your ear. So even though you might see it as a limitation, it's actually really, really helped you with developing your other senses to be able to help you to navigate life and your intuition for sure. It feels like it might be from birth, but I think that it can definitely be improved on. So definitely have a look at it. But it's really is a gift. I know it might not feel like it, but it certainly has amplified your abilities for sure. Okay. So, hi, Natasha. My name is Penny, and I am grateful I was guided to your channel. Oh, I'm so grateful for you as well. Do my guides have any guidance for me as I navigate a lawsuit regarding my father's, okay, probate? My dad is my angel. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. So, have a look at. So, I did a clearing activation as well, but let's do one specifically for your own lawsuits as well. Let me connect in. And I'm just going to connect in energetically to your dad because I'm very permission based when it comes to the records. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of opposing forces coming in as well. So I'm calling in the violet flame of Saint Germain to cleanse, clear, release, dissolve, and transmute any blocks, any limitations, any sabotage that is happening around your father's lawsuit, his case, in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. I'm asking for the best possible outcome for all to come in. And again, I ask to clear the judges, to clear all those involved, to bring in clarity, to bring in compassion, to bring in understanding. I clear anything that would block or hinder the best possible outcome for all, in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. Your father is very well guided right now and he's very protected. Okay. So see him in the way that you would prefer. Stop worrying because that is the energy that you are sending him. So it's important for you to really, really step in and know that everything is working for him. Okay. That is very important for you right now. So yes, the beautiful contract that you have with your father as well, which is incredible. So I love that. I'm sending you lots of love and your father, lots of blessings. Okay. Um, Beautiful. So let's see. Any messages about my love life? Yes, single and have been on a recovery journey from an autoimmune disease for over a year. My name is Zendaya. Let's connect in. Yeah, you're on a journey of self-love, which is beautiful, but opening up and allowing people to love you because I feel that there's a limitation there where you're afraid of getting hurt. So it's really opening up to love, and up to the possibility of love as well as you move through this beautiful journey of loving self, of putting self first. Um, so yeah, I feel that you're calling in the right people for you. Um, I feel that that is definitely a possibility for you, Zendaya. And it's going to happen in a way that you least expect it, right? So that's beautiful. Okay, Joe Megan, let's connect into you because I haven't done you yet. Okay, hi Natasha. Happy Tuesday. May I please have guidance and direction from the Akashic records? Yes, absolutely. Let's connect into to you as well. Okay, so as I connect into your records, Joe Megan, they're saying don't worry, stop fearing. It's time for you to really release the limitations, to really release the conditionings, to really release anything that doesn't serve you anymore. It's really about asking where is this limitation? It is about feeling the fear and doing it anyway, because the limitations that we place on ourselves are really just insights. They are it's almost kind of like it's like going back to the message at the beginning. It's the training wheels that we've placed to keep us safe, right? So it's important for you to, yeah, feel the fear and do it anyway and release the limitations. You're really moving for an expansive bit. And if you looking to the future and it doesn't scare you a little bit, then that means that it's not big enough. You can go a little bit bigger. Okay, that's important. Okay, hope that that is supportive. Feel the fear and do it anyway because you have the capacity for that as well. Vandana is my throat chakra. Let's just I can't get there. Also, is my throat chakra open now? Yes, it is. It is. Your throat chakra is also opening up. That was actually quite a powerful activation. So if you weren't here before for throat chakra, definitely go in and lungs for sure. Justine, Natasha, could you please check my spine and throat? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think today we're all going through a throat activation, being seen, being heard, and connecting in. So for you, Justine, yeah, absolutely. Have a look there. There has been one clearing of the throat, but let me just clear your throat as well. I think we maybe need a second layer of clearing. So thank you for asking for that and just bringing that in. Yeah, and I'm seeing it where it is stuck in your spine, in there behind the heart and all the way down. There's worries lower spine as well. Let's just bring in the violet fire and just really update the coding in your spine, allowing the spinal fluid to flow, but clearing your throat, releasing the fear of being seen, of being heard, of being understood, of being in the limelight. It's time to step up, time to step in, be your authentic self, no matter who's there. It's okay. What you have to say is important, okay? So say it. It's okay. Don't worry about that. It's important. Don't worry about how people will receive you. It's like you need to step into you. You have this amazing capacity for supporting others. So yeah, step into your light, be you authentically. It's okay. Those that are in alignment will follow. Those that aren't, is just like, it's okay. They're not meant to be. Yeah, release those limiting beliefs. There's a 21-day program that I created that you can find on my YouTube to releasing your limiting beliefs. It's quite an intensive journey, but it's quite supportive, and you can do it more than once if you ever choose to. We're only limited by limiting beliefs, right? Which is, yeah, at least it's an indication of where we need to work, right? Which is beautiful. Okay, so Samar, and this is going to be the last one. Hi, Natasha. Can I ask for a message from my higher self regarding the family wound needing healing? Yes, absolutely. So you're working through the family healing. I'm very much seeing it from the females or your maternal lineage that is coming in as well. And that's the people pleasing and the over giving that seems to be coming in order to for validation that seems to be coming in for you. So that is important. So to release and to see how it moves through that and to release the guilt when you stop people pleasing. And that is important. So that is what you're working through right now in your family wounding and allowing yourself to put you first. It's not selfish, it's necessity. It's to give from overflow, which becomes important. So let's release that, okay? Um, okay, I'm bringing in the violet flame down into your crown, down your spine, asking to clear all chakras on all layers, all at all levels and all dimensions, releasing the patterns of people pleasing, or at least being made aware of how it is done and how it shows up, so that you can move through it. I ask to clear this on a physical, etheric, mental, and emotional level. I ask to clear all past lifetimes that are influencing this one around that. And I'm asking on a genetic level for it to move through your lineages, clearing, cleansing, dissolving, transmuting all limitations that now just hinder, that now just block you from stepping into your highest potential. This is my will, and so it is. The important thing to know is sometimes our ancestors place these limitations to keep us safe. So that's important. So they're no longer needed anymore. So we're just needing to step into that, right? So yeah, you're doing amazingly. Just be who you are as well. Yeah, very, very powerful. Amazing. Thank you so much for today. We've activated alchemy, we've activated our gifts, we've all the rest of that. Yes, there's the 21-day to releasing your limiting beliefs. And in November, there's a 21-day to gratitude that's coming up. So get ready for that, and I'll share that. So beautiful. Thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way. Um, and I'll see you all same time, same place next week. I can't wait. Have an amazing week, everybody, and reach out if you need to.